The next characteristics of HRM is it is an continuous function. So continuous function, it means management of human resource is an ongoing or never-ending exercise rather than a one-shot function. In words of Terry, it cannot be turned on and off like water. It cannot be practiced only 1 hour each day or 1 day a week. Human resource management requires a constant alertness and awareness of human relations and their importance in everyday operation, which means uh, the functions of HRM cannot be practiced for a day, for an hour, like the production activity. Like take an example of a production department or other department, they may be work for an hour, or else when they switch on the machinery, or else when they fit the programming in the computer, later on they switch on the machines or the computer, it may done the process by its own. So it's what the programming has been done. So it's not like that. When dealing with a human being, it's a continuous function. We never ever consider to be like as a water tap. Just to take an example, which is said by Terry, it's fantastically he said, when we in the need of water, we used to open the tab of water tap, right? And when the our need fulfills, and we will close the tab. It means that it's a need for an based on our need. When we need, we can open, and when we doesn't need, we close. So like that, likewise, the functions of HRM cannot be practiced. The functions of HRM, it's a continuous function, it's a regular function, it can be executed throughout the day, 24 into 7. It can be a long, it can be an ongoing function regularly in the organization. So we cannot end at the one shot. So I have been fulfilled the needs of the one employee. So it's okay for me. I will close the functions of HM. We never say like that. Or else when the employee comes with an query, or else when the employee comes with an any of the grievance or a disposal. So we never say that. So I have been solved his problem, so that the functions of HRM gets over. So it's not like that. The functions of HRM, the characteristics of the HRM is it may be an ongoing, never-ending process. So we never ever stop at one shoot. And moreover, when you form any of the welfare measures or schemes to the employee, you may be thought that, okay, I have been given this scheme, this offer to all the employees, so that I have been providing all these welfare measures, whatever is said in the act. So my job is over and my work is finished. So I can quit the functions or activities of the HRM. We never say like that. So the characteristics of HRM is you just understand it's a continuous function. It's a never-ending process. It may be ongoing every day. It will be ongoing throughout the week, throughout the month, and overall the year. That's why it's a continuous function. That is the one of the characteristics of HRM. And move on to the next one. It's future oriented. What is that future oriented? It means that human resource management is concerned with helping an organization achieve its objectives in the future by providing for competent and well motivated employees. So actually the main goal, main aim of the HRM is always we need to develop, we need to give the training, we need to provide the opportunity for the employees towards their future, while having the thought of the company's objectives, goals, and all. So the characteristics of HRM is always a positive energy force. So what is that positive energy? It means that always be thought and thinking of about the future. Like we are not we are not done the work for the today's. At present, we have to be done. We have to be given the opportunity. We have been trying the employees for the future, because in the present scenario, the technology has been developed. The technology has been growth with enormous changes. So we need to be develop the employees towards that area. So based according to the objectives of our organization, according to the goals of the organization, and with the mind of the aim toward in we practice the employees towards the future oriented. So that is the one of the characteristics of HRM. Okay, so always the HRM is focusing towards the future oriented, so that when we focus on this area towards the future oriented, it's easier for us to achieve the objectives of the organization and it helps us more. So that's why it's one of the characteristics of HRM, that is future oriented. And the move on to the next characteristics of HRM is it's a challenging function. What is the challenging function? I will keep on telling you that managing the human resource is a very toughest task. Just I will read according to the CP Gupta book. Managing of human resources is a challenging job due to the dynamic nature of people. People have sentiments and emotions, so they cannot be treated like machines. It is therefore necessary to handle them tactfully. It is not simply managing people, but administering a social system. That's why I will tell you to deal with a human being is a very toughest task, because the human being is not a machine. They never have any, we never come to a conclusion that they didn't have any sentiment, emotion, and all. The people is packed and filled with many emotions, many happiness, many sad, and as well as they have a sentiment, because since they are a human being, they are a living organ, living human being. So that always when we move with an employee, each and everyone is different from one another. Take an example of you people. You people is differ from your friends. While in the take an example of our class, each and everyone is different from one another. So that likewise, while in the organization setup, the employee came from a various setup, like they have been born and brought up with various culture. They maybe came with a various background, cultural background, and there may be a societal influences that. There may be a chance of peer group first task to move with a human resource. That's why the characteristics of HRM is it's always a challenging function. It's because when dealing with an machines, it's a very easier task, because when the machine is repaired, we just ask any of the labor to any of the experts, just ask them to correct and make the parts to work to in order to a good working condition. So we never make it like that with regard to the human resource. That's why it is a challenging function. And with regard to that, next one, the characteristics of HRM is it's a science as well as art. So which means that it includes science as well as art. Science means that it includes many theory, many principles, many experiments, all those things are there. And as well as it's an art, it's like the way how we hold in our hands. It's like you towards the employee. It's a very important thing. So we never thought that as I am the HR manager, I can shot and fire. I can do what I think. It's not like that. It's handling and executing of HRM is a science as well as art. It's like some kind of an art. It's a beautiful art. How the way you perceive the HRM and how the way you have executed. Like HRM is a science as it contains an organized body of knowledge consisting of principles and techniques. So when we say it's a science, it has certain techniques as well as certain principles to be followed. Like as a HR manager, we have ourselves as a certain principles according to our profession. We need to be study, we need to be understand, we need to be apply on the field. As well as it is also an art, because it involves application of theoretical knowledge. See, there is a difference between the science as well as an art. Science is consisting of principles and techniques alone, whereas the art, it involves application of theoretical knowledge. What we have studied, we have applied to the problems of human resource. In fact, handling people is one of the most creative arts. So nowadays there are many writers or many management gurus are telling that handling people is an art, right? So there are many books have been published in the market with regard to the title of how the way to manage the people, effective ways of managing people. So like there are many titles, many things are there. So what I'm trying to say is, so dealing with a human being, moving with a human being is, it's an art. How the way we move with an others is important. And as an HR manager, we are at the center of attraction of the organization. We stands at the middle. Every eyes of an individual is on us. How the way we behave, how the way we move, how the way we have, how the way we speak, how the way we walk, each and everything is markable, each and everything is notable. So we have to be perceive ourselves as the concept, theory, and knowledge, and later on we will move and deal with the employees. That's why it's a science as well as art. And going to the next function is, it's a staff function. What is that staff function? The functions of human resource management is advisory in nature. Human resource manager do not manufacture or sell goods, but they do contribute to the success and growth of an organization by advising the operating departments on human resource matters. Make it note. Once again, I will tell you what is the staff function is. Means that human resource managers do not manufacture or sell any goods, but what we have to do is we contribute to the success and growth of the organization by giving our suggestion, giving our advice, giving our expertise to the operating departments on human resource matters. Am right? So this is why it's a staff function. Staff function is means that handling the, sorry, the person to person. So like the directors on the movie, their performance can be judged from the success of the total organization. Right? Take an example of a film. What is the role of the director? He may direct each and every worker, like the music man, or else the composer, or else the lyric writer, or else the script writer, or else the man at the field. He have been managed all the people. So overall, it may be an come to the success. Likewise, the staff function means that we need to be very expertise in all fields, and we need to be provide the suggestion. We can give the opinion. We can provide the needful ideas to the organization and to the other departments when the need arise. That's why it is a staff function. It's one of the characteristics of HRM. And the one more function is being, go on to the next one. It's a young discipline. Yeah, really, it's a very young discipline. Human resource management is of comparatively recent origin. It started in the last part of the 19th century. It is relatively a new specialized area as compared to manufacturing and marketing. So the HRM is a very young discipline. Very, as we said that it started with the late of 19th century. So that is one of the characteristics of HRM. And move on to the next one. That is a nervous system. So what is that nervous system is? Human resource management is similar to the nervous system in our human body. Then the nervous system is not an adjunct to the body, but is inherent in the whole body and intimately associated with its every movement. So as I hope that you may understand that the importance of our nervous system, you know that from our head to the tail, we all, the human body is made up and functions and moves within a nervous system. right? So likewise, how it moves, how when if we wish to open the mouth, if we wish to close, we wish to see the from the eyes, if we wish to move the hands, or if we move, we wish to open the fingers, whatever the thing, it's all the activity is controlled and done, controlled and moved by commanded by nervous system. Likewise, the characteristics of HRM is it's a nervous system like how our body is controlled. Likewise, the human resource management is similar to the nervous system in the human body. The nervous system is not an adjunct to the body, but is inherent in the whole body and intimately associated with its every movement. Similarly, human resource management is not an extraneous element to the organization structure. Rather, it lies embedded in the structure, is inherent in its functioning, and an integral part of the process of management itself. Human resource management cannot be separated from the basic management function. You have to understand that without of human resource management, not even a single black and white thing has been done in the organization, because each and everything has been taken into account. We need to be concentrated. We need to be work like how the nervous system is functions in our body, how it gives the commands to us. Likewise, we need to be provide, suggest all things towards the nervous system. One of the characteristics of HRM. And the two more thing is the two more thing is left in this characteristics of HRM slide, and I will discuss with you. And the next characteristics of the HRM is it's an interdisciplinary. HRM is not an a purely specialized, purely formed discipline. It's an interdisciplinary uh, subject. How it is? Just human resource management involves application of knowledge drawn from several disciplines. So, borrowed, we taken the concept, theory, principles, techniques from various disciplines. What we are practicing now. While this semester you have an HRM paper, while in the next semester you have a paper which is called organizational behavior. It's fully related to towards the psychology concept, so that we'll borrow the concept from psychology. Okay, and one more thing is we are always dealing with an human being with discipline, with the concept borrowed from the sociology, and we'll borrow the concept from anthropology, and we'll borrow the concept from economics, etc. In order to deal with a human problem effectively, a manager must depends upon such knowledge. So we need to be have some kind of a social knowledge. So since you are on a social work HR, you may be aware of that. So what is the case work? What is that group work and all? How we can move the problematic employee in an organization? So how we can deal with an employee who is an alcoholic? How we can deal the employee who is a regularly absenteeism to the industry? Because you may have the concept, you may have the thought, may have read the social work basic. So you have you read about the society. So that was the concept of sociology. So we the concept from the sociology also, and it's about their culture of the employees. Okay, so each and every culture have certain customs and practice among themselves. Okay, so it covers all types of people at all levels in the organization. It applies to workers, officers, managers, and other types of personnel. So finally, the characteristics of HRM is it's a comprehensive function. It not to work for only to a specialized or only to the specific group. It work to the all the cadres. It work for all the employees. It work for all the supervisors, all the workers, all the officers, all the managers in the organization, and all other types of personnel. Even starts from the gatekeeper, from the gatekeeper till to the MD, till to the board of directors. The HRM will work and moves, go ahead with all things. Simply you can understand whatever the human being, whatever the designation they have in the organization within the four walls. So we have to be moved with all, whether they may be in a director or board of director, founder or whoever else. So we need to be moved within all the people. That's why it's a comprehensive function. So that is the one of the characteristics of HRM. So with this thing, as I hope that you maybe you maybe understand the characteristics of HRM. So here, with this, I will stop here. Thank you.